match for the two of them.
Yeah, we'll see if the friendship survives. Either way, one of them will get to take home a victory. So there's that.
Yeah, and I think Ook has been on fire so far. Setting a PB, and John's been doing pretty well. I don't know if the momentum is going to keep going for Ook, or this is going to be more challenging for him. So I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Obviously, both of these players didn't quite make it to the gold bracket. They were off by less than a tenth of a second in the clear rate tie-breaking statistic, though. And they're that much separated from each other. So this is going to be a very even matchup. And we're just going to have to see how it shakes out.
So we have a ready from Ook, and we need a ready from John. Leviticus saying Ook's got to lose himself in a tribute to Eminem. Now, I did actually go into Ook's stream and ask him if it was Eminem, and it was not. So it's too bad. I was thinking speed metal Gregorian chant, but that really wasn't what it was.
Perhaps a little too out there with that guess.
Maybe, but you never know. So I hope John is hearing this. We do need to see a ready from John.
In the meantime, he's dealing with the yellow staircase. Working on a pretty good time, actually, for the 8 to 11 level block. Curious, I was trying to see the statistics for these players. It looks like John Nash's PB is a 742 in the 8 to 11 block. And somehow Ook's PB is listed as an 853 with an average time of 842. So I don't know what's wrong with those numbers. Somehow the average is lower than the
the PB. Oh. Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe he can set a new PB for us this game.
I have jumped into John's chat and asked him to ready up, and I think he just noticed that. So I think we should be getting the ready here.
I can't blame him for wanting to finish that run. If that is truly an 8 to 11 run at 7-11, that's a blazing time.
All right, so we do have readies from both players now. And I think, all right. So I'm going to be doing the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Silver. Let's go. Amp up that music, chums. Off we go. All right, so already, if you take a look at John's board, it is very, very blue heavy. But so far, he's managed to make some really smart moves to prioritize and clear around that with a horizontal.
Yes, making great use of those double blues that popped up, able to squeeze them in places for extra blue efficiency.
Speaking of efficiency, combo that Ook just ran off was really fantastic. Putting garbage on top of some things that he intended to drop horizontally made a lot of pills clear in a very short amount of time.
Both of these players working at a very great pace. It looks like Ook is a little hung up with some blues and reds, although as I say that, he's making pretty good work of it, although not as many blues left on his board as one would hope for.
And meanwhile, John is very far down on his board, but if you take a look, it is just almost all yellow there, and so he's going to have to, I think biting the bullet and dropping that on top of the red is the way to go. So now he could really use a yellow to clear out, and he is going to take that, but it clears out some garbage. So that was great vision on his part. Yeah,
excellent vision by John Nash to take that horizontal and clear 4 yellows with just 4 yellow viruses with just 2 units of the yellow. So, and he's out at 141.
Yeah, and that's a great time. And as we go, Ook's got a really nice combo. So just when he needs a couple more yellows, and of course red comes, he's going to be out at a 155. There's a very small margin of lead for John Nash so far, and he is starting to open up. So there is blue, red, and yellow, but he had a lot of blue to start off.
As expected, this is a close match. The reason they haven't seen each other in a head-to-head matchup yet is because they're so evenly matched in skill.
Yeah, that's one of the really great things about this bracket, as Ook gets a really good combo, is just that we get to see people play each other who haven't before, and there are so many people in this community I'd like to play and haven't. So it's really great.
Ook's board has a lot of doubles going on. Once he can dig down that left side, it should be pretty quick going for him.
I just wish so many of them weren't blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
but
yeah. So, and then John's got this tale of two sides here, right? You know, so just on the left, there's all this stuff up high, and he's going to sort of have to be artistic about breaking it down. And then Ooks is entirely on the left. So,
yeah, but John's are a lot of singles. It's going to be very slow going. So, although he's ahead by about 8 viruses right now, you can expect that Ook will hit a surge once he gets some of these doubles fired off. Bit of a misflip there. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Maybe a tuck of some kind. He's really not liking what he's seeing here, and it's because he's not getting the blues that he needs. So he's not being treated super kindly here. Whereas John just needs a couple of each and just has to prioritize. Notice he moved that red-blue to the left, and he's out at a 351.
Yeah, the board layout doesn't tell the whole story. The pills that come are very much a deciding factor in how quickly you're able to complete the level. As John gets started on level 10. Looks like a fairly decent board, lots of doubles, and good color diversity all the way down.
Right. He is hitting a little stretch where red-yellow is going to be the most helpful, but he has done a great job at prioritizing and knocking things out. There was a really good move with the blue there. When Ook drops this blue horizontally, he just needs one more red. He's out at a 433. But he is, he's a significant number of viruses behind at this point. It's almost, it's actually a little more than 20. So, and he's just made a misdrop in column 1. So we'll see how this goes.
Ook definitely a little behind here, trying to pick up the pace, but he's got 2 levels left to mount a comeback.
Yep, and the fact that John needed so much yellow was kind of helping Ook out a little bit. So John's got a 2-color board here with the red and the yellow. So if he gets a lot of blue, this gives Ook time to move forward.
You can almost see the concentration on John's face, a little bit blocked by a microphone here. But you can tell that he is very dialed in as he's just about to get out of level 10. This is incredible.
This is a great pace. And so Ook is currently struggling with a lot of yellow right now. And so, excuse me. This red garbage in the center is not really helping, and can't get that red in row 2 horizontally quite yet. So that's going to be a pain point.
He can't get it just yet, but if he can clear these reds and yellows out in column 4, he could potentially get a skewed fat log.
A skewed fat log?
We make up terms as we go here.
Yes, we do.
I'm just going to roll with it.
Yep. Meanwhile, I think John is struggling with a lot of red here, and there's sort of a spire cluster in the center, And luckily, chopping that down, this double blue will help flip sideways. But now, if you notice, there is no need for blue.
Nope, no blue, just reds and yellows. We'll see what he ends up getting, but in the meantime, he's making very good use, not letting the blue become a problem. And it's easy when you have a color that's useless to let it stack up in random spots throughout the board, and then all of a sudden, it's in your way, and you can't make full use of the pills that you do need.
Yeah, exactly. Ook is out at about a 655, and he's already making good work into level 11. I think, yeah, he's pretty far behind. It would take something really big at this point for him to come back, but he is making good work already. Good sensible plays here. This tuck in 7 and 8 is really beautiful for Ook.
And you'll notice what John is doing. He's reducing drop time as much as possible. Clearing those double yellows from underneath means that you don't lose that extra second or two of even just the stray garbage falling a couple of spaces. It's very smart play and very well executed. And he's out at a 751.
Wow. Nice time.
Yeah, very nice time.
Yeah. Anything under 8 minutes for this level block is very good. And hot times for this level block are in the low 7s, and I think we've even had high 6s. And you actually hold the top time for this level block, don't you, Influx?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I believe I do. I think Floyd said it on the podcast recently that whenever you get a hot time, it's largely due to fortune RNG. Good play is very important, but sometimes the boards just lend themselves to speed play.
that is definitely true. All right, so we're going to wait on a ready from both players. We got a ready from Ook. We have a ready from John. Yes, we do. And this is best out of 3. So Ook is playing for his tournament life, as they like to say, and we're getting our countdown. 3, 2, 1, silver.
And John playing to put it away. I know he would love to not take it to a game 3 this time.
Yes, you do not like to see that. Mm-hmm. In the start, Ook had a nice combo at the beginning, a double vertical, and he's has no use for reds right now, but luckily RNG is not giving him those at the moment. So things going pretty smoothly for him so far.
Very similarly shaped boards, in fact. The slope of their clears is going to kind of mirror each other as they dig their way down on the left side.
That's definitely true. And, with the slope, we often want to bring our board down to be roughly even so that we don't have to worry about taking too much lopsided drop time. Mm-hmm. But their boards are looking pretty good right now.
Both players neck and neck as they are entering the last stages of level 8.
Yep, and we'd like to see some red yellow for John. He's clearing out these blues horizontally, and that does leave him space to underclear that yellow. So doing well, but only a slight lead for John. Needs one more red to be out. He's out at a 126. Nice time for level 8.
And Ook with a very unfortunate array of reds. There might have been a way to make a T there or some sort of shape, but it wasn't a very intuitive shape, and he just ended up solving them all vertically, which is probably the fastest he could have done there.
Yeah, and he's out at about a 146. Exactly. Like sometimes we can see those swaggy shapes, but it's just so many pills away and we don't know what's going to come. So yeah, it's always, you never know what you're going to get for sure.
Yeah.
Currently at the top of Ook's new board, the virus lead for John is not that big. It's only 3. But if you notice, I think John's board is in a little bit better of a shape because of the color diversity that's there. Ook has basically all red yellow on his top line with that now he definitely has all all red yellow there, so the blue viruses are gone.
And we talk about a top line, but he's not exactly playing on a top line. He's hello cat is tucking pills underneath, and it's excellent play to make availability and spaces open up for pills that he doesn't have immediate use for on the top.
Exactly. Yeah, he's sort of trying to work both parts of the board, top and bottom. And so there's a small lead for John, but I think currently the board, I'd say the board for him looks a little bit better just based on the fact that he does have 3 colors that he's working with. The garbage in column 8 for John is a little troublesome, but 1 blue will knock it down.
Yeah, we'll see what John chooses to do with that blue. Oh, he's going for it horizontally. Excellent play.
Oh yeah, didn't actually see that coming. That was good. Meanwhile, Ook drops some garbage on top to make a combo. He just needs a couple of yellows. He's sort of getting into this situation where he, in his final pills, he needs the same color viruses twice. So it's slowing him down a little bit, but there's not much you can do about that. But
these players out at about a 6-second differential going into level 10.
Nice.
Ook with a pocket of red on the lower right. We'll see how that situation shapes up. But if he doesn't get some double reds or a significant amount of red, that could be an issue down there.
Yeah, and he also has a lot of reds on the top. You know, you see that in his top row, he has a red horizontal. You'd love to see a double red show up there, but he's sort of made that not really possible. Now it shows up, and he's got a nice T, a nice cross on the inside. And meanwhile, John's situation is a lot more even.
And these players still remaining neck and neck. Their timers are about in sync, and so is their virus count. This is going to come down to the wire for sure.
Yeah, this is a great game so far, and you can see John. He did opt to some blue garbage on top of that yellow, but luckily gets the stuff to clear it right away. Needs a bunch of blue to finish out this level, but Ook still has those viruses up high and needs to address column 8. I think column 8 is going to slow him down quite a bit.
And it looks like Ook had a couple of reds up there that he was probably hoping he could clear horizontally at some point down the board, but it just didn't shake out that way. And now he's going to suffer a lot of drop time as he clears that down.
Mm-hmm. And he was trying to make a plan to try for a yellow-blue fat log, but I think the prioritization that he went for didn't quite work out. So now he just needs a couple of reds and a blue. And John gets the blue that he needs to be out at a 548. And this is still an extremely close game. So Ook just needs a couple of blues and he's out. There's one. There we go.
There we go.
Minutes.
So 12 seconds apart. Ook's board, a lot of doubles clustered up high. These boards are both actually really good looking.
Yeah, they are. John's a little bit spired already in column 1.
Yeah.
Because of not getting as much blue as some of the other colors, and now he's definitely getting a red-yellow blitz. But those starting boards were so friendly for doubles. Really nice to see.
And we'll see what he does with his double blue. I was going to say I would put it on column 1, and there he does. A very intelligent player, I must say, making good.
You're so swaggy. Oh. So swaggy. Meanwhile, Ook using this double red to take down the center of his board. So notice that column 3 is kind of high. He can take this out with the double blue that he's received. And so he's got these 2 reds right next to each other on the top. A convenient red blitz going for him. So this is going to be real nice.
This is so close. Ook's been behind by just 2 viruses for the last 3 minutes. Is he going to be able to pull ahead towards the very end? It's even right now.
Yeah, this is pretty great. And they're both setting up for very good end games, I think. So we have that, almost a full line across. Since both of those were kind of on top of other yellows, I don't necessarily know if that was the right prioritization move. And especially, John is out at 750, so...
750. He takes game 2 as well.
Oh, sweeps his friend in the semis. GG's, guys.
And an 802 for Ook. Only 12 seconds apart, these players, which is not nearly as much as some of the games that you'll see.